Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. We have some news, but before we get into that, I just want to take a minute and ask you guys to make sure that if you like this type of content, that you hit that subscribe button as well as the bell next to it to be notified of every video I post here on the channel. And if you could do me a big favor and give this video a thumbs up, that will help the channel out greatly every time you do that. Anyway, on with the news. The very first thing that we have are some images from Dino Zoo. And not only some new images, but a new product, as we actually have a Stegouros 1/35th scale unpainted version. Now this is obviously a very small figure, and again at 1/35th scale it measures only 5 centimeters long, so definitely a little one, but with the smaller size also comes a smaller price, as it is $6.50 US dollars and $13 shipping. For one, you can buy two for $12 with, again, $13 for shipping, and three for $16 with $13 for shipping. So the more you buy, again, the better deal you get. And this will actually go toward the production of a painted 1/6 scale version in the very near future, which is certainly a very exciting thing to think about, especially at 1/6 scale. Again, it would be quite a bit larger than the one that we see here. But speaking of Dino Zoo and actually their initial figure, the Captivz, that has begun shipping. This figure is a long awaited figure by many. A lot of people really excited about this one because it's a species that I have never seen in model form prior, so it's one that I'm really excited to see actually get a release. And again, for anybody that was excited about it, it has officially begun shipping. We could see some in-hand images of the model right here. So if you are a fan of the Dino Zoo line, now is a great time to get excited, because not only do we have a figure shipping, but we also have a brand new figure coming from them. And then as far as Shane Folks and the Cretaceous Creations of America goes, he recently has shown off some progress on his 1/10th scale Tyrannosaurus Rex, which this is going to be a beast of a T-Rex. You can see that this follows the proportions of Sue mounted in the Chicago Field Museum, and will be a total of 48 inches long. That is really large, and again, due to the fact that it is a Shane Folks sculpt, you can see that it is as beautiful as it gets when it comes to a Tyrannosaurus. Extremely highly detailed. Just look at that skin detail there in the stomach region. Shane is probably my favorite sculptor of all time. In general, my favorite paleo artist. His sculpting and painting skill is about as off the charts as it gets. So I'm really interested to see this one, especially when he gets it finished and paints one up to show off how beautiful it will be. I'm sure it's going to be nothing short of breathtaking, but this one should be going up for pre-order as soon as he finishes it, hopefully not too far off in the future. And then as far as Marco Makes, Alex Kendrick, and the Kingdom Collection goes, they recently have finished a few busts that are joining the Kingdom Collection line. You can take a look here at the very first one, which is the Jurassic Park, the original Jurassic Park Velociraptor bust. I recently had shown these off as far as the unpainted versions. Well, we now have the fully painted versions by Marco, obviously showing you what you would get if you order this from the Kingdom Collection Etsy shop, and it is absolutely incredible. Look at the paintwork that Marco has applied to this. He is honestly insane when it comes to his painting skill. That paint job looks as identical to a JP Raptor as it gets. And the sculpt as well is fantastic. I love that kind of growling look on the Raptor. Just overall an unbelievable release as far as the Kingdom Collection goes, but it doesn't just stop there. We also have this one, which is the Lost World Jurassic Park Tiger Striped Velociraptor that he is now going to be adding to the Kingdom Collection. Again, both Alex Kendrick and Marco Makes delivering some of the best dinosaur busts that you'll ever see, especially when it comes to Jurassic Park style dinosaur busts. And again, this looks incredible, and the Lost World Jurassic Park Velociraptor is my favorite JP Raptor of all time, so this one really tugs at my heartstrings, that is for sure. And again, the addition of the glass eyes on all of the Kingdom Collection models really amps up the realism. So if you are interested in picking these up, make sure you continue to follow along with the Kingdom Collection, so when these do officially go up for sale, you can snag one before they sell out. And then as far as Passion Charger goes, incredibly, they are already working on another new figure, another new model. This is insane how quick they move. They just recently finished the Paraceratherium, and in fact it has only recently gone up for pre-order, and they are already working on a new Ceratopsian model. That is just unbelievable dedication and skill, honestly, to plow through models as quickly as they are. And again, when it comes to a Passion Charger release, look at that detail. They released some of the most highly detailed dinosaur and obviously now prehistoric, as we've had the Paraceratherium enter the line, but prehistoric models that you will ever see. You can clearly see the head sculpt is finished here, but the body is underway, and I cannot wait to see what the finished product looks like. I do actually have a few Pseudoceratops from the Passion Charger line, and they are incredible in hand, so I'll be very intrigued to see this model when it finishes very soon. And then as far as the beasts of the Mesozoic goes, we have another look at one of the baby Ceratopsian series figures, as we are checking out the baby Diabloceratops, and it looks so cute. It really does. I cannot wait to see these figures get finished to put them with the adults. I don't know if he's going to be sculpting out babies of every Ceratopsian or just a select few, but this thing looks incredible, and again, about as adorable as a baby dinosaur gets. So I will, of course, keep you guys updated on this line and on these babies as it progresses. And then a huge thank you goes out to PlushBoyQ on Instagram, but he recently sent me these images letting me know that the brand new Toy Monster International Captivz Jurassic World figures has officially begun hitting Five Below, and you can see that we have an entire new wave of figures here. This is the second wave of the Clash Edition figures, and we can see quite a few new species, and even including some previews here of the figures that he actually purchased, as we could see different ones like the Herrerasaurus and Pachycephalosaurus. Those ones are brand new to the line, and really exciting species, honestly. We have quite a few repaints, of course, as well, and again, even more new species than that. As we can see, we have an Edmontosaurus, we have an Apatosaurus, a Parasaurolophus. You can see these images there on the back, also a Metrocanthosaurus. And again, absolutely awesome looking figures, some stuff that I really cannot wait to get my hands on, because I have been in love with the Captivz line ever since this line launched. I feel like they're the best Jurassic minifigures we've ever had, so I cannot wait to see this newest line from Toy Monster International. So make sure you check your local Five Below and pick these up if you can, in fact, find them. And then as far as Rebor goes, we have a look at the Deinosuchus, but not just the Deinosuchus prey, as we have an Appalachiosaurus here for the prey, and it unfortunately is very deceased, so much so that we only have the upper portion of the body in the mouth of the Deinosuchus, but that is a really cool idea. Rebor always thinking outside the box, going the extra mile to give you the best possible product, and considering we really don't have many good, if any good at all, Deinosuchus models, this one is super exciting if you ask me. And again, the addition of prey in the mouth of the Deinosuchus just makes it so much more epic. It's one of those releases that I'm honestly just like aching for them to get to this one already so that they can release it, because I cannot wait any longer to have it in my collection. We know it's a little ways off before it actually gets a release, but I will be counting the days once that pre-order hits. And then we actually have a look at quite a bit of new Mattel stuff, although a lot of the stuff we've seen, actually I think everything we've already seen prior, but we have new images of a lot of it, and some stuff again in box that we haven't seen before, especially when it comes to the Hammond Collection. We have a look at the box art of two different Hammond Collection figures, so that's pretty exciting. But credit to these goes out to JP Toys on Instagram, as well as Toyopolis, and they were the original source for these images. I got them from JP Toys, who got them from Toyopolis. But what we can see here is, again, a new look at the Ian Malcolm Hammond Collection release. We can see that the Ian figure will come with interchangeable arms, as well as a jacket that is removable, and of course a flare. And on top of that, we have a look at the figure in package, and I will say that that looks really quite nice. I definitely dig the packaging, not too far off from what we saw with the Amber Collection, so definitely a very fun looking line with a lot of really exciting species hitting it. We also have a look at the Velociraptor. Again, these out-of-box images here definitely make it look pretty nice, not too far off from the original Amber Collection version, obviously at a fraction of the size. But then you have this in-box image, which I feel like this, it's 50-50 for me. The body itself actually looks pretty good as far as like the sculpt and the paint, except for the neck. I don't know if the neck is twisted or what's going on there, but there is a whole lot of light coloration there in the neck region that shouldn't be there. But again, we'll have to wait and see what the figure looks like when we actually get it and have it in hand. We also have a brand new look at the Capture and Crush truck, which the more I see this, the more I like it, including that Velociraptor. Initially, I wasn't super sold on it because In typical Mattel fashion, we don't have the paint running there out onto the tail, which I feel like definitely could have improved the figure, but I'm really liking the tones of color on that Raptor, so again, the more I see it, the more I like that, but the truck is incredibly cool. When it comes to something that has a strong playability feature, it really doesn't get too much better than this. There just seems to be a lot going on with the truck, so I cannot wait to get that one in my hands and add it to my collection. And then we also have a look at the upcoming Ferocious Pack figures, which some look okay, some not so great, but the one I'm most excited about would be the Jungaripterus, because that is a species that I don't have at all in my collection, so I was really excited to see that one getting a release from Mattel, and it looks beautiful. These new images here of the figure from the side and everything just have me really excited for it. Very interesting way to have the scan code on it, though. That's definitely different compared to previous releases. I don't know if I'm going to like that one better or not. I don't know if I'd prefer just they're kind of out of place on the wing or hidden like this. We'll have to wait until I see it in hand, but the sculpt on this one, as well as the paint, I think looks really nice. We also have a Velociraptor Blue, which is totally useless, and I could definitely live without that one, so much so that honestly I could probably pass it up if I see it in store. Knowing me, I probably won't because I just have a problem, but it's honestly pretty ugly. Like, you don't have any coloration on the underside of the Raptor, and you can see this throughout the images here of the out-of-box version. We don't have any painted nails at all. Like, it just for some reason looks so naked. The head looks to be the same head sculpt maybe as some of the previous ones. Maybe it's slightly altered. It's actually kind of hard to tell. But the body's definitely different from previous Velociraptor Blue releases, and I'm not a big fan of the body either. It's just in general not a very appealing figure to me, and one that I am in no way, shape, or form excited about. We do also have the Moros here, and this figure is definitely a very controversial one because it really doesn't look like the Moros that was featured in the prologue for Jurassic World Dominion, and although I think the paint scheme is kind of cool, I like the fact that there's like alternate color out there onto the tail and everything, so that's a plus. I just really don't like the sculpt very much. I feel like it doesn't look like a Moros. It looks very strange. The white arms are super out of place. Definitely could have continued to keep the arms green, and it's nice to see them having some color difference, but I just feel like it looks like he has sleeves on now or something. So another figure that I'm not all that excited about. And then we have the Maragaya, which, you know, should technically be a pretty exciting species to have included in the Jurassic line, but I also feel like this figure is pretty ugly, and the fact that it has an articulated jaw just makes it look so weird. Like, such a strange random dinosaur to choose to have an articulated jaw, but again, just doesn't look that great. Doesn't really appeal to me too much. Of course, I'll pick the newest ones up here as far as the new species and everything. I will definitely add those to my collection, and I'll probably buy the Velociraptor Blue, but there aren't too many that I'm super psyched about here in the upcoming line. And then we also have a look at the Therizinosaurus as far as both the inbox image, which we have seen before, but this just has a little bit of a better, higher quality look, as well as, again, some images here showing off some different sides, different views of the figure, as well as kind of a sneak peek of the action feature. And I really think this one looks great. The more I see it, the more it grows on me, the more I'm excited for it. And these newest images have done nothing but make me even more excited for the release of this one. I really wish they would have included some nail paint there on the feet. Definitely would have amped up the appeal factor, but regardless, it's definitely a fun figure, and I can't wait to get my hands on that one. So as of right now, guys, that's all the news I've got. When more comes out, I'll be sure to send it your way, but until then, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.